feeling that I get when you're this close. Makes me regret not letting you know how I feel about you. I want you to touch me, baby, and hold on tight. I need your body, I need you on me. You're just too hot. When I see you walking by, it gets so hot, and my mind shifts into drive. You're just so hot, and it makes me feel alive. You're just too hot, you're just too hot. Watching you walk down the road, when the sun is shining, your skin just glows. You got that fire that lights the room. You just got me falling, baby. Don't turn away. I just need a second to catch my breath. You're just too hot. When I see you walking by, it gets so hot, and my mind shifts into drive. You're just so hot, and it makes me feel alive. You're just too hot, you're just too hot. You're on my mind, you're so divine. I'm going crazy over you, baby.
All right, everyone, we are back for game two. Game two of the Backdoor Daddies versus RUS, the Rodents of Unusual Size. Rodents of Unusual Size taking game one pretty handily. Let's go right into champion select here. Oh God, what happened? Wait a minute. Got it. First time streamer. There it is. So here we are.
Hopefully the bad banning Caitlyn or Morgana, one of those two champions this game. Actually, no, well, yeah. Bad banning one of those two champions. Because it was a little bit destructive in game one, so hopefully they mix it up a bit. And we see the Morgana ban, thankfully. So they're not going to give them the strongest lane.
Right, yeah, the Morgana ban, probably smart. I mean, maybe they just ban the Caitlyn again and try and run back maybe a different comp. Just FYI for everyone, the MVP of last game, just looking at it right now on the straw poll, is Chad Penguin. So if you think that ADCs can't win MVP, please vote. But for now, it's Chad Penguin, so good job, Chad. Excellent.
Oh, they banned Caitlyn and Morgana, so they let least Vayne up this time.
They said no bot lane, no please.
Yeah, there's no bot lane. I completely respect that decision. It was both of the champions were really just destructive in nature to that bot lane.
It's a tough matchup, and if you've got a good Morgana, I mean, Morgana's a really, really tough champion to play against. Play well against, anyways. So, very, very smart bans. We see Russ picking up the interesting Maokai. Is that? I hate this because it's one of those champs that can go support. It can go top. It can even go mid if it's the right matchup. I mean, so it's a very good flexible pick, potentially. I don't think that Bear Jr. has Maokai in his wheelhouse, so it might just be a top lane pick and see what Bad does. And that looks like Bad is doing the bot lane. They're taking Thresh.
That's a really good pickup for Bear. He's playmaking support, and so getting another playmaking champion is really favorable for them. Interesting that they're picking it this early and picking up line, so there's some decent counters from Thresh, but Morgana was one of them, which they banned. So
yeah, with Morgana banned, we see the Renekton picked up from Bad. Not trying to play against that again. I think I'm right.
I'm trying to one of the teams here because So that's Mr. Matt's. That's Mr. Matt's Thresh, not.
I think that's Mr. Matt's Thresh, not Bears.
Yeah, that's Mr. Matt's Thresh. Gosh, I keep mixing up the damn teams. Okay, and then
Yeah, it's
probably
okay.
Nature Necton.
I just got a
Okay.
message from Spooked that says it's backwards. Wait, it's not. I'm stupid. So, I
We're all
mean,
very
hey,
confused.
you know, at the end of the day, we'll see it again. If our analysis is completely wrong, it'll be in Champ Select. So,
Senna got picked up for Russ.
bro, all right, I'm gonna be real with you. Urgot is one of the nastiest champs in top lane right now. Urgot just wins games straight up. He can hard carry so hard. He's huge. He's tanky. He does a ton of damage. He has an execute with a fear. I mean, I'm hype on Urgot. I think that champ's awesome, and he has shotgun knees.
Yeah,
So
it's a fun ass champ, and it's really good, and fits into a lot of comps pretty easily too. So
yeah, I mean, they changed him away from being like an early game lane bully into being sort of a hyper carry with the way that his W works now, and how they shifted the power away from his Q. I mean, he's gonna maybe hurt in the early game against the Renekton if the Renekton plays it right, and gets into his face at level 3 and between level 3 and 6. But then, I mean, once level 6 hits, dude, Urgot's got the execute and a long range sniper rifle, so it could be a significant pick. All right, we see a couple more bans banning some Twitch, some assassiny fizzes, some assassiny junglers. So they don't want to see damage from bad. Bad's like pick tanks, you fools.
Bad picking up the Jinx for Spooped. Really good pick, I think. They don't really have assassins yet on the side of Russ, so
Yeah.
I think Spooped can feel pretty safe, and there's no Morgana to, bind.
Right, a little bit more safety. The bot lane, I'm gonna say it. I think before I see this next pick, the bot lane is Maokai Senna.
Okay,
All right,
interesting.
there's Syndra mid, Maokai Senna bot. Dude, that sounds hard.
Yeah.
That sounds like it'll work. I don't think.
He gave literally Nate the Syndra. Interesting.
OP, I'm gonna say it. I don't care that you broke your elbow. I know. I'm sorry. I'm a Vine nerd. All right, Syndra and Trundle coming out.
Trundle. So then, so Maokai support. Maokai sent a bot lane, I guess.
Yeah, Maokai Senna. Or it could be Trundle Senna, which would be interesting. But I think Maokai maybe makes more sense. He's a little bit tankier.
That thing.
I haven't seen it, but I mean,
Maybe.
who knows? You know what? It's the first match of the mini split.
I'd picking up Lissandra for. No, maybe. Yeah.
First match of the mini split. Lissandra is picked up. I mean, it's time to try different things, and a tank plus Senna is not that uncommon. So we could even see the Urgot go bot here too. I mean, because that's pretty sick. Not gonna lie. Like, are you gonna engage on Urgot? Okay. Okay, buddy. Okay, Buckaroo. Let me pop up the champ select here. There we go.
Yeah, if it is sent a Maokai, though, that is a much more passive lane in comparison to Caitlyn Morgana, so it's going to be a much different pace down in that bot lane this game, which is going to be interesting to see.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of scaling and healing going on.
Yeah, late game, that would be very tough to deal with Russ, in my opinion. With, gosh, there's a lot of beefiness with Urgot, Maokai, Trundle. They're gonna have to get instants just send it to heal them up. They're gonna have to get some healing cut if they want to ever be able to get through those tanks. Which I think Jinx is a really good hyper carry to shred these tanks, but still, it's gonna be a tough job.
I think Jinx has a good edge. I think there might be some trouble just when it comes to the, making sure you're positioned far back enough against how big some of these champs can be. Especially like even if you're in line of sight of Urgot, he can get a big slow on you and then have Maokai to like alt follow up, something like that.
Yeah.
I could see there being a lot of trouble, or Trundle Pillar, you know. So Jinx has to make sure that the distance is big enough. It's also hard against Syndra because guess what? Syndra's ulti outranges your auto attacks for some godforsaken reason. Thank you, Reddit, for informing me of that today to give me one more thing to be mad about.
I do think the Jinx should be able to stay safe though. I mean, they have the Sandra, Sejuani, and Thresh. That's so much CC to be able to stop Urgot running in. They really don't have that much easy backline threat. So as long as Bad is able to peel correctly and have a solid front line, the Jinx could really pop off. And I think there is a huge potential for Spooked to take control of this game, especially in the mid to late game. So
Yeah, I think if Swooped is able to, number one, not die, and number two, not die, and number three, not die, I think those are the main goals of this Jinx.
yeah, then you just do the right clicking thing, which you know it's ADC. So
Yeah, ADC is easy. They should nerf the roll. It's too easy. But yeah, and I think there's a lot of peel on the side of Bad. Thresh, Renekton, Sedge, Liss. They all do things that Jinx wants them to do. Even if they go in, they're locking people down. So it's just a matter of how many of them are going to be able to stay back with Jinx, protect her from the incoming tanks, and let the Jinx, battle. Because that Renekton and Sedge are going to have to be huge against Conqueror Urgot. They're going to have to be locking up the Syndra, making sure she doesn't do anything to their Jinx, and not get melted by Senna Trundle, who has a really good counter to tanks. Where are you putting your edge this game? On RUS's side or on Bad side?
I think I'm gonna give it to Russ. I think Bad has Gosh, wait, which one's which again?
Bad is Spooked and Russ is Bear Jr.
Okay, I think I'm gonna give it to Bad because I think Russ has much less potential to just steamroll Bad this game, like they did last game with Caitlyn Morgana. So I think I think Bad really has the potential to scale up with this Jinx and have a really, really potent late game.
I agree.
Yeah, and I think as they itemize correctly too.
Yeah, I think there's potential there. If they itemize well, if they, if they play it well from the Jinx standpoint and peeling for her, I mean, those are your big things. Obviously, I think you want to focus the bot lane from the Sejuani standpoint. You have more CC. They are gonna be, they're gonna have a tank, yeah, but they don't have a lot of mobility in the support role, or a lot of CC in the support role beyond the W, which is delayed. So bot lane, and you have a playmaker in the Thresh. So if Sejuani's able to focus bot lane, get the Jinx a little bit ahead, secure some dragons, there's definitely potential there for Bad. I'm still going to give it to Russ just based on the fact that, number one, Urgot's the best champion in the game. Right. Number two, I love the uniqueness of their comp. And number three, I love making lists. Let's go.
That's fair enough.
No, but I think Russ's performance last game, just on a individual mechanics level, was really, really high. So they, from me, have an edge in that.
Yeah, it definitely was. I just think there's a lot less potential for those mechanics to shine through on champions like Senna and Maokai. In the bot lane, I mean, there's really not much you can do on those champions except for you know what I mean. Where Morgana, you can hit a binding, and if you hit a binding, and that person dies, and so on and so forth.
Right.
But with Maokai, Maokai Senna, it's a bit more involved. So I don't think it's as easy to exploit the champions to get a huge lead.
I'd be curious I don't think the Senna's going to farm, but it's on Chad Penguin. So is Chad Penguin just going to farm Senna and let the Maokai be just support regular? Or is it going to be like farm Maokai, support Senna? Because I think I would prefer the second.
Yeah, but I think the second's more likely, and then you got another big beefy tank, but...
Right.
I
Well,
don't
it's
know,
just
it's kind of lacking in real consistent damage though. I mean, Syndra. I guess I don't know. Syndra does have some pretty good consistent damage, but it's mostly.
right.
I think it's mostly burst.
I
But
think the worry is that the Jinx is gonna outpace the
yeah,
damage from the tanks because at a certain point, you know, you look at the side of bad, and they have 3 melee champions, which Trundle is like absolutely melee champions.
yeah.
Gimme, yum yum yum, chomps. And Urgot is like melee champions. Absolutely, give me that. So the worry is like Lissandra and Jinx. Are they gonna be able to stay distance enough, stay out of CC, don't get Syndra ulted, which is a big problem. A big problem. And, survive for the game. It's going to be tough. And I'm looking forward to see how they execute the comp. So here we go. Just one more time for you. I got the team names up, the team comps up. Chat, let me know who you think is going to win. Hashtag RUS win or hashtag BAD win. Let me see in the chat. Who do you think? Is BAD going to take it back from the last game and clap back? Or are they going to get their cheeks clapped from the rodents of unusual size?
The damn grasp of the Undying Senna. I hate that so much.
A grasp?
Yeah, grasp. You go like a more tanky Senna build, so then you just don't die basically, and it's utterly toxic. I basically got destroyed by a Senna 1v9ing one time that grasp build. It was incredibly brutal. But yeah, again with grasp though, I mean you really don't have like high consistent damage. Like you do have the bruisers, which do consistent damage, but it's not like anything stellar like an AD carry would be. So
Right.
I think they are lacking a little bit damage-wise.
Are you on time with me? 18, 19, 20,
Yep.
21?
Yep.
Okay, cool. No big deal. It seems like Riot has gotten really good at spectator mode. Kappa.
Yeah. Looks like Bad is going towards the top side to look for an invade with this Thresh, which should be pretty good. They've been spotted out though, getting pinged out, and
Yeah.
that's
Hey,
that.
plus 10 gold. Good play.
Plus 10 gold. It's worth it.
Plus 10 gold on the jungler. Obviously the most impactful role in the whole league. Indisputable. I mean, Tyler 1 was able to make it up to Challenger on jungle. What do you think about Tyler 1 remaining unbanned?
Remaining unbanned?
Yeah, do you think he does he deserve to be banned at this point? Just from toxicity? Or is he just getting inted and that's why he rages?
Yeah, it's the latter. My man Tyler can't do wrong anymore. He did wrong for many years, but now
Okay.
he's the golden boy in my eyes.
I'm a
I
fan
met him
too.
I met him for 5 seconds in Detroit and took a picture with him, and that I was ever since then.
Dude, he seems like a cool dude. Seems like he just gets real tilted. But
Yeah, it's also funny because Tella's short. He's like 5'6".
he is. No, he's
Yeah.
6'2". He's 6'10".
He's 6'8". Yeah, he's 6'2",
6'8".
6'7", whatever.
He's a 6'8" swimmer from
Yeah. But I'm just taking this picture and I'm like, oh fuck, he really is short. Shit, it does look like it's gonna be the mainly Maokai farming.
Maokai farm. Yeah, that's kind of what I expected. I mean, I think that's the right move too. And it's Urgot. There's a lot of safety there. Oh wait, Urgot. I just have my champions lined up wrong. No, it's Maokai. Yeah, a pro streamer by the way. It's all good. I just don't even look at the champions. I'm just watching OBS and chat.
Trundle invade. What did Arion went from red buff to red buff and gets away with it. I didn't realize that until I see him walking outside of top turn. Oh, and a hook landing onto Chad Penguin. And you can see that this Jinx Thresh is actually doing some good bullying onto the Maokai Senna. So
yeah, it looks like Mr. Mad is playing up and aggressive, and I really like it.
Yep.
It looks like No Not November's taken some of these trades as well in the top lane. So they're about even health now, but just a second ago before Renekton used his power of heal.
My daddy going in, looking for the kill, but oh, we got a gank in the mid lane. Actually going on to Syndra getting the first blood onto literally Nate.
Literally Nate's gone. Juiced by Daddy pushes No Not November out of lane and gets the crash of giant wave. This is looking really, really good for Bad right now, which is great in itself. Sorry, I keep messing up that camera stream. I'm a newbie. Forget how to alt tab.
And we do see the Omni Stone coming out onto the Sejuani. Did not really notice that until now. Interesting to say the least. Typically, Omni Stone is not a very viable keystone, but you know.
Well, I mean, part of it is Sejuani does really well with the auto attack speed based ones. You know, the Halo blades, especially. I can see. And
yeah, Aftershock kind of exists. So.
I know Aftershock exists. I'm just trying to justify it for him. I think it's not that bad. Like, the auto attack ones are good. Keeping up with your targets are good. So the ones that do that, burst damage is good.
Chad Penguin spooked again. The knight goes down, and oh my gosh, he's taken low. And Chad Penguin having to blow the heal.
Chad Penguin is barely able to get out of it, but now their bot lane gets to respond to this Trundle in the jungle here. And help secure that Scuttle Crab, which is pretty important. But ooh, it looks like it's a 2v2. Orion's kind of far forward though.
Yeah, and they're jumping onto Orion though.
They're chasing. They're chasing really deep. Not a lot's happening out of it, but it was interesting.
Thresh, I'm gonna have to. Oh no! But the TP coming out from Nexus or
no.
Lissandra. What? Sorry. Okay.
Yeah, the Lissandra TP. No, not November. Oh, baby, the power of the God! No, so close. Oh, I just want to see. I'm not gonna lie to you. I just want to see Urgot pop off. I love this champion.
It's really fun to watch.
It's so cool. It's such a cool champ. I love the design. It's like the opposite of Jhin. So it means it's a good champion because it's not an ADC.
Oh yeah, the rework was definitely a really good rework too. It was pretty meaningful while still kind of keeping the identity in some ways.
Man, Juice Be Daddy doing some significant damage there. I feel like if maybe they stayed in on the Aftershock proc, they would have been a little bit better, but didn't really allow much time for the trade back in the mid lane.
Sejuani looking for this gank mid. This is really good.
Oh man, literally.
It has to blow the flash. Still had that up, which is good that he saved it from the previous gank, because now he saves his life.
Man, I get stressed out watching League. I'm casting the next 3 days, and this is already stressing me out. I'm watching, I see flashes being blown. I'm like, oh god, oh god.
That's intense. Oh my gosh, Spooped went first item executioners.
That, honestly, it's a good time to build the item.
It's a good time to build the item for sure. I don't know about the very, very first item, but an Arion looking to solo this Drake is should be able to do it. He's got a bunch of healing, so really good call there, dropping the pink ward down and going for that.
Yeah, that's very sneaky, especially coming off the back in bot lane. They were able to just optimize their timing there.
Trundle's got Hex Flash. Wait a minute.
Trundle with Hex Flash. New meta, man. New meta. Trundle doesn't have any gap closers, so you have to take it in runes.
I guess so. Yeah, it makes sense to me.
Oh no, not November's level 6. Let's go. Let's go.
In. Oh my god.
Oh, he goes in, but he gets flipped. Oh my god. Press R. Press R, please. Do it. You don't want to see mid lane?
There, got picked up the kill. But oh, gosh, good.
Camera. No,
Nate picking up the kill onto Lissandra, but it's gonna go down to Zach XDR as well, and so a double kill for the Sejuani. Oh, Chad Penguin having to blow the flash to avoid the hook from Mr. Matt, but Spooped is in some trouble here and does not grab the lantern and just walks away from it. Interesting trade there.
Mr. Matt, click this. Smooth. No.
Gosh, there's literally 3 fights on the map all at the same time.
I'm
wild.
So upset. I'm so upset that there was getting good. I didn't get to see. I didn't get to see a real in. It was a real in. His ult's on cooldown. I didn't get to see it, man. Oh god, I'm so salty. But overall, the fights went very in the favor of, I think, RUS, right? Yeah. Except for the mid game.
Yeah, but Sejuani's nearby, so this. Oh, it's okay.
You mean
nothing happened?
The 3-0 Sejuani is nearby. The true carry of the team, the tank.
Freaking Zach XDR popping off on the Sejuani, putting so much pressure on the map for, with Sejuani pre-6 too, which is pretty impressive, honestly.
Yeah, it's very tough to do pre-6.
Yeah.
Looks like Spooped like the bot lane of Russ is doing a good job denying and protecting their vision, because they have the harder engage with Bear. This Trundle's something you got to worry about. Flash engage. Oh my god. Swoop just did not see it coming, and there's just not a lot you can do there on AD.
I mean, you could dodge the point and click route, you know?
Blue Otter League hosting the stream with 50 viewers. Welcome to PMA LCS. We're watching two of our teams in some of the first games of our new summer social distancing split. Russ is 1-0 over Bat, and that's where the series stands. It's only a 2-game series. Good pickup of the Rift Herald there by Sejuani, taking her advantage to the top lane, and hopefully is going to be able to be transitioning that into the bottom lane, where the Jinx has really good damage on the towers. They can get some gold back into their pockets from the deaths to the Trundle, and it'll even things out if I think they send that bot lane and focus that bot lane more.
Yeah, that's really their win condition on this team. If Bad doesn't get this Jinx rolling, I don't see them winning mid late, because you have Urgai, you have Trundle, you have Maokai, you have Senna to keep him healthy. And Lissandra just simply does not offer the shred to get through those tanks. So this Jinx pops off, or basically the team loses. That's how it is.
That is what it is. I mean, Jinx is.
It is what it is.
Jinx is like a good 15 farm up. Like, it's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. But being a death down, being two levels behind Urgot because you're an AD carry, because AD carry is an excellent role and well designed by Riot Games. Like, you're gonna still have a tough time. Sorry, I got lost when I was bitching.
Gosh, how'd that ult not get the stun? It looks like Nate's gonna go down anyways.
Bro, it don't matter. They are all over.
It don't matter.
They're all over literally, Nate. Whew.
Juice Me Daddy picking up the kill there, which is good. It's good to share the kills from Sejuani, because
Sejuani, you can have 8 kills, but late game it won't matter.
Yeah, Champ doesn't really do much late game. She's just a CC machine, and that's about it.
I mean, mid tower down, I guess.
Yeah, so that's huge. Getting the first tower with Rift Herald, and getting a bunch of plates for Lissandra and Sejuani. So they're both very ahead on gold now.
So they're opting.
For each of them.
I think they're opting for the special. This is toxic, by the way. This is so toxic. That's the most toxic League of Legends I've ever seen. Okay.
This is brutal.
Yeah,
Killing Ariana goes to his bot side.
No Knots dominating top lane. They're gonna do the special. The good old fashioned 11 minutes 4-man bot.
Nope.
Let's go. What was that?
That's not the bot lane. What?
Dude, I hope they know that stream saw that, because that's so bad. We're not professional players. Caveat,
Small caveat.
Small caveat. No one's professional, but I don't think that was the move. Yeah, Bad's looking a lot better this game. I might be eating my words, but I mean, I'm still gonna say it, dude. Urgot, top lane, is winning. He's big. He's big.
It's true.
Urgot kills Sedge. Urgot kills a 5-0 Sedge, even if he's 0-0-0.
Honestly, like the most satisfying thing on Urgot is when he gets an ulti and then flashes in and fears
my God. 5 people. Dude, don't talk to me. That's what I look up on those websites every night.
It's a good way to kill Jinx too, and they bush cheese, and Chad Penguin just face checking it. Poor choice by him, and now they're gonna pick up an Ocean Drake for it. So.
I mean, Chad Penguin, he's a good player, but sometimes the cheese gets us all, and Bad's been playing a pretty cheesy game, just bush cheesing in the opponent's jungle, bush cheesing bot lane. It's working out, and they're trying to mitigate, I think, their problems in the top lane by just jamming mid, jamming this bot lane, getting dragons. It's working out pretty well.
It's an Infernal Drake, so this Jinx is gonna be even bigger. Go and get triple Infernals. This is ideal.
I'd still be worried, dude. You have a 2-level advantage in top lane right now. 2 levels on Urgot. Like, this, Juice by Daddy, you don't want to engage on him under tower, bro. I'm sorry. That's wrong. The fight's happening bot lane, though. Ooh, big ulti.
Oh, very nice. My gosh, that Maokai is not moving at all, but he's like, oh shit, I'm dead. I'm going to have to keep going. Juice Me Daddy flashing over the fall and ulting the Maokai for the kill. Arion running down, but really shouldn't.
Yeah, a little bit of a needless flash there by Sedge to get the second proc of the W off, since he didn't get the stun. But overall, a pretty well played fight. You know, coming out one ahead is good, and drawing the rest of their team so they don't really get much more advantage. I mean, it overall looks pretty good. And, you know, I think they could have gotten more potentially, but, you know, 1-for-0 is nothing to scoff at.
They're still bush cheesing.
They're still bush cheesing.
They're still bush cheesing. Chad is suspicious. He gets sucked, and Chad goes down again.
Oh man, Mad Life who? Mad Life who? Mr. Matt Life, that's what it is.
Jeez, my daddy, you can't take that fight, man. It doesn't matter that Urgot's got 30% HP. He's a big boy.
Yeah, Urgot does not care. Urgot's like, dude, if he just keeps farming in top lane the rest of the game, I think he'll be happy. Like, they'll have to deal with him eventually. He's already almost got his top tower against his opponent.
Indeed, it's definitely an X factor in this game because every other lane is just hard losing, honestly, right now. So it's basically this Urgot to try to help him transition into this mid game.
You're right, using TP there. I don't know about that for 2 CS. Urgot must.
And then Trundle was there too to
like pick up anyways. Yeah, must secure 2 CS.
Top laners, man.
The top laners, dude. There's no utility. Let's be real. TP's never won a game before. Like,
yeah, it's true.
Screw that summoner spell. We don't need it.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, you know, you could help out the bot lane by flanking with a TP flank, but never mind.
No. Top
2 CS.
Top 2 CS.
Kappa. Jeez. Alright, oh, Jinx has already got an eye edge. No boots, but doesn't matter.
Ooh, but
got
dude,
the eye edge.
Eye edge executioners. This is going everywhere she wants it to.
That tree's gonna get cut.
Yeah. The Senna, I mean, Senna's 0-2, 0-1 bot lane versus like 2-1 Jinx. Man, the farm lead isn't as big as I expected, but I guess that's, you know, that's healing for you.
I don't know if I like the Merc Shreds on Maokai this game, honestly. Because if you think about it, it's the only, like, the consistent damage is Jinx, and then I guess Renekton too. But you're going to live a lot longer if you go for Tab Ice here. And really, if you're CC'd, then that's cool that it's hitting you and not other people.
Yeah, I mean, looking at it though, I mean, it's like Thresh, Lissandra, Sejuani, Renekton. All of them have good hard CC. So does Jinx too, but, you know, it makes sense from that perspective. But I see what you're saying with, like, you want to mitigate the AD damage from Jinx and Renekton as well. So I'd expect to see, you know, after finishing your healing item, your Spirit Visage, to just go straight for... Oh my god,
the Madman flashed onto Jinx!
Wait, Jinx is dead. Jinx is actually dead.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god. Dude, the turnaround, you were mocking the Hex Flash. Oh, and top lane too. November goes down too. Huge plays. Huge plays. Wow.
That Urgot was close though. That was almost gonna be a 1v2 if he got the ulti off and with the fear.
I mean, I was gonna mention that Urgot could win, but it was a little too late. The straight up dive from Bear Jr. The confidence that he has, I don't.
Very
interesting. Misplaced.
Misplaced confidence. Yeah. you don't do that against a Lissandra. That's just it's not a good time.
Any other champ, any other day.
Got a tower top, and they're probably gonna get another hit off of it. So
yeah,
that's good.
That's a big rift.
Back, yeah.
Yeah, brings Renekton a little bit back into the game. Maybe able to. I mean, they're back even in levels, so it seems like, you know, that kill really mattered a whole lot for Renekton in terms of gold and just coming back. Bad is now supporting a about a 5k gold lead, a little less, 4k gold lead. So not insignificant, but not gonna just win them the game at this point.
Sejuani picking up the Warthog second, but doesn't have the 3k health yet, so that's unfortunate. Doesn't get to take advantage of the passive.
She's so close. She's built pure health too.
Yeah.
Like Zach knows what they're doing. It's just like good dragon, by the way, from Bad. It's not even.
Indeed.
It was free. So.
It was very free, and getting Infernal Drakes onto the Shinx is pretty neat against against that team. So
yeah, right now, I mean, what I want to see from from Russ is someone building Righteous Glory. Like whether
Yeah.
that's Maokai, whether that's
Urgot.
Trundle, Urgot. I mean, Urgot, you build damage. Let's be honest.
All three of them?
All three of them. But a Righteous Glory would help them a lot, I think,
Yeah,
in the
it would.
fight. I know it's not like straight up, something you should second item all the time, but I feel like here, I could see it.
The only two times that Jinx has died so far is when Maokai's flash is up and has landed a root Jinx.
Right, so they just have to close. So
Yeah.
I think that would help a lot. I mean, that's just my gold take, Gold take of the game, sponsored by Fudgy.
It's a good ass take though. I think it's really essential because the only time they've killed this Jinx is with Flash, so they need other movements, and Righteous Glory is.
Well, they've killed her with Hex Flash too. Let's forget.
Hex Flash.
The value. Okay, Juice Me Daddy's out.
Yeah, Lissandra's fun.
Looks like they've done a weird mid bot swap to just give Jinx more, freedom to roam because that's where their lead is. Which it's interesting. Jinx might end up with more farm, but she can't push up because there's no pressure coming from the sideways.
And
right.
Yeah, I don't know if I like it because they could have looked to siege that bot lane a bit harder.
Yeah, I mean, now they might as well look top because top tower is on a sliver of HP. Jungle's there. Your top laner's pretty big. So I think sending the Thresh top here and leaving the Jinx.
Jinx is getting to the red buff,
red
and then they might rotate up there.
Yeah.
Looks like they might bush cheese too, which maybe
not.
not.
No, it just looks like a recall now.
Yeah.
Juice Me Daddy still has Z. Look at that, Lissandra. That's why she got nerfed from pro play, by the way, because you can misposition as much as you want on her. Her escape is so free and ridiculous that that scenario, Trundle, like if he was a real champion, not just someone based on auto attacks as a melee carry, he should have won, every time. I don't know. That's the power of List though. The safety with the ultimate in the E, and the massive wave clear from Q. I mean, she does basically
Renekton rushing a death stance here, I really think is not what's needed for the team. I think a cleaver would have been so much more effective for the team to get armor shred for the Jinx and allow the Jinx to do more damage. But I do get the appeal of death stance because it makes you live longer. But
I'll tell you what he should have bought, and it's the secret tech against Urgot. If you first item Thornmail, Urgot does literally nothing.
That's true.
Urgot isn't the champion. He W's and hurts himself more than he hurts you. So, and it cuts healing. Like if you build Thornmail first on any champion into Urgot just straight loses every time. So I know I should have told Juice by Daddy. I should have messaged him before the game build that, but
build Thornmail.
There's
that one case where you can CC Lissandra before she reactivates her E, but the thing is, it's like a 3-second window where you can still take it.
Well, oh, dude, it's so ridiculous.
Unless you chain CC for 3 seconds, then she still gets out. So.
Do they think they're threatening Baron? Because
I guess
there's 4 people bot.
They definitely could.
Dude, they could do Baron.
Only has one item,
they don't know. I don't think they know where the rest of Russ is at, because I think they could have. Maybe not. Maybe it's too risky. And you know what? The Urgot was kind of scouting a little bit, so it's probably too risky to do. But there could have been
Jinx
a snake.
is doing a second item Boric, which is it's probably pretty good because there's a lot of high HP targets on the side of Russ.
Yeah, I don't really like it. I think going for Runon's Hurricane is just so much more important, especially when you already have the crit synergy from IE. Like, if you were going to build Bork, I feel like you should build it first item. Just because
I would agree too.
You're not relying on the crit synergy then. You know, you're just relying on auto attacks. And then you can go Bork, Runon's IE, which I think would have been a more fluid build path.
Yeah, because now you're just kind of in this awkward two item power spike. That's not really a 2-item power spike.
Well, it's 2 items, but you have 25% crit, so your IE is not super effective.
It's really not that great. Where with Runons, you would be able to apply the Bork to more people. So
exactly, or you'd have more IE crit procs. So you'd have 50% crit and 3 rockets.
Gonna be getting a pretty good fight here over the Strike. Urgot's got TP up, so it's probably gonna be a good TP into pit or something.
Urgot's not TPing here. Urgot's taking top tower because he's a Chad. Guaranteed. Urgot's like stall. I'm getting top.
Yeah, that is like spooked,
Oh, there
though.
it is.
Yeah, there's the TP. Oh,
Okay.
there's still secure the Baron or Dragon, but the fight's breaking out, and it looks like Russ is running over bad right here. They just really got the jump on them, so they're gonna drop a couple champions here. Really just not a great positioning for this fight. And Spoop gets CC'd, gonna have to flash. Looks like he will get out of it though. Overall, not an awful trade, but not great either.
Well, it sort of let Russ back into the game. They closed the gap on the 4K gold lead that Bad had earlier. The last time I looked, because I don't look at that all the time. So to only 2K, and probably a little bit less once they secure this tower. So I think that ends up being really strongly in Russ's favor, actually. Just, the fourth dragon pressure is going to be huge, but they're kind of flexing that we're tanky. We don't worry about you, especially when you are doing rough on the items. Lissandra doesn't have. I don't know, man. I don't know what Lissandra should build this game, but I feel like Liandry's Torment should be in there.
Yeah, I do like the Morello second item because they have so much healing. So that's really good. That's a really good buy from Juice Me Daddy there. But the Zhonya's it's interesting too because it's really good against Syndra. So then you can still use your ultimate on a target like Senna or something or Urgot instead of yourself. But it's tricky. There's a lot of items.
I think it's got to be like a fourth item, Liandry's. But I mean, at that point, do you just go Rabadon's Death Cap? Like,
I don't know what does more damage.
It's probably it's probably Rabadon's. I'm not gonna lie, but I feel like it should be in there somewhere. Maybe it seems like a good item, based on my baby gold brain. So who knows?
This is the new tank Senna build that people are going. It's really obnoxious because it's beefy. It just doesn't really do much consistent damage, which is going to be an issue. And I think that mid late game they're going to have trouble shredding these tanks. But
right.
I mean, Urgot won't because Urgot, but
Yeah, and I feel like with Urgot and what the heck is that champion name? Trundle, sorry. I forgot it was a champion. It wasn't for like 3
Trundle
seasons.
ulti is pretty huge, and it's kind of a counter to Sejuani because you can remove so much of her resistances.
Right. So I think they're not too worried about the tanks. Honestly, she's more worried about setting up for the tanky CC. Like at this point, that's why she has that, that hammer. Oh, flash W just thrashes CC to hell. Smooth can't attack. He's gonna get CC'd too by the ultimate from Maokai. 3 CC'd. Huge ultimate. Oh my god.
Jeez.
He's running them down.
Yeah, this is tough. Spoop is farming pretty damn well though. 200 CS. They just need to stall this game out for as long as possible. Get as many items onto Spoop. Give Spoop as much farm as possible because he's the win condition here. If you get him to it's 3 items is really the big power spike for him here. So if you get him to 3 items,
I just don't like that they back themselves into the corner into a 3-item power spike instead of a 2-item. But we'll see how it works out. I mean, it's ADC in 2020.
They don't really do this Baron fast because they don't have a traditional ADC, so it's gonna be a very long and strong haul. And I think they have a really good contest here. A good TP.
Strong
contest.
Here comes Liz. Ulted herself. Red team steals the Baron.
Oh my god!
Oh my god! Spoop's amazing. Lots of damage onto Rion in the backline from Zach. And the Sejuani going in.
Too.
Oh my god.
Oh, Urgot though. Urgot ulti shutting down the
3-1, and Russ is looking for more. No, Russ didn't find more.
Spoop's stealing the Baron though.
Oh, 2 for 1. My bad.
2 for 1, but they got the Baron. That's all that matters.
Yeah. Getting the Baron's pretty good. They almost got Nate. They almost got the Syndra. It looks like Russ is just saying, screw Baron, we'll just take towers. It's a good play to get this tower here. It's free because Jinx went top lane. Just protect there. 4th dragon coming up though in 20.
Yeah, so, it's gonna be a huge fight, and I mean the Baron buff stats aren't enormous, but they are there. So Jinx does get a little bit of a damage boost with that, and has
Right.
complete 2 items now.
Well,
Still
anyway.
no Hurricane though. I feel like with 220 CS and you only have 2 items, that's just a real feels bad, you know?
ADC in 2020. Let me tell you. Okay,
Oh,
Jinx is here. Oh, baby, lots of damage onto a single target.
Huge
That is-
cat. Now they get to fight this dragon fight, a 5v4, or they're just gonna give it over. And honestly, if they give over this Infernal Drake, that might just be good game. I don't really know how.
Well, and with that itemization, that's exactly what Jinx wanted as a 1v1. But there it is, Red
Okay,
Team
it
steals
thinks
the pan.
Carrot, oh my
Infernal
gosh,
Soul.
and they're just steamrolling. Gosh, oh, and the ulti lands onto Urgot and Senna, and that is just an ace for the side of bad.
Dude.
And they got Baron buff. They're going to be able to run it down mid, and
What?
they might be able to end the game, honestly.
What a turnaround. I mean, Spook,
Somebody grab the minions, somebody grab the minions.
they got a pick. They took good advantage of Spook's single target damage, which admittedly is higher than if they went Hurricane. So they took advantage of that on the Maokai, took advantage of it again on the Urgot, and then Spook was able to help clean up that fight, did an excellent job kiting around, not dying on ADC, which
Where
is
are
a
they
very
going?
tough job. Bot tower, baby.
Finish it up.
Finish it
Big
up.
tank. That's good. No, gosh.
They're walking out. I mean, they have
Huge
Infernal
play.
buff. I don't know
Yeah.
if they could.
And
Yeah,
Jinx
they're-
is sitting on 1100 gold. It's still not enough for Hurricane, but
Enough for a Zeal, which honestly is almost big enough. Just getting the extra crit is huge.
yeah. But gosh, they have Infernal, so they have triple Infernal onto Jinx, and yeah, she has 300 AD with two and a bit items, which is absurd.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and you know what? Maybe I'm eating crow, and you know, this was the best itemization, but it turned out really well. And Spook obviously knows what they're doing on the champion.
Yeah, I mean, that team fight was just very heavily favored since they didn't have. It was a 5v4, and they
Yeah,
didn't really
5v4.
engage
Right.
it.
5v4 engaging onto a team that just secured 4th drag, with Infernal Drag being the one. No, not November, going in deep, but a TP from Lissandra, 2v2 in the top lane, mid jungle versus jungle top.
I think
Lots of damage.
Trundle or Urgot win this. They
I
should.
think they do too. If Urgot gets the ulti off,
Ulti
ulti's
coming
off,
out.
fear coming out.
There it is! Gosh, and they're gonna get 2 picks off of that. That is huge. Huge comp. Jinx ulti picking off Arion.
2 for 1. 2
Feels
for 1.
bad. 2 for 1. Still a good trade.
Yeah.
Keeps them in the game a little bit longer. I don't think it means that much for them, honestly. There's not really any objectives up on the map for a little bit, so.
I think that was the first visible Urgot ulti for the game because I didn't get to see the first one, so I was just very excited.
Yeah.
And a good use of the fear as well onto the list. They're just chasing down bot lane. Oh my god, the speed from the Senna, bringing them forward. Catch onto. Oh,
Jeez. And shutdown going
That's
on to the
in hit.
Syndra.
That's in hit, right?
I don't know. I mean, what lane
they
are
don't
they
have
gonna push? They
waves.
don't have any minions. Yeah, they have no minions anywhere.
If they had a wave, yeah.
They just get shutdown golds, which is still pretty huge.
pretty
going on to
big,
Urgot and the Syndra, getting them a little bit bigger.
Ooh, it's pretty big, but,
again,
it's
I
not
think-
in him.
And well, Jinx has Hurricane now though, so
3 atoms. Yeah, that's big.
they don't win this late game is the problem. And like it's already 31 minutes. Jinx has 3 items and Infernal Soul. That's that's damn hard to play against.
Well, here's what it is. It's only a 3k gold lead. Urgot, 5-2. Urgot can hyper carry if they play it right into these tanks. If they can CC the Jinx. Russ is not out of this by any means, but it's going to be a close one because the Jinx has itemized the way she does. This is her power spike. They're
Chasing
looking
down
to chase
Zac
down.
XDR, and Zac XDR is taking an interesting path, running into the jungle. That is not the way you want to go, sir. And so Zac XDR is going to be going down with Baron coming up in
Yes.
how many minutes? Where's the Baron timer?
That Syndra ulti was just really funny to me because as an AD carry, I know how much that melts health bars, but it did absolutely nothing to Sejuani. It was just all Urgot.
Yeah, Baron's coming up here in 12 seconds, so we got
Oh man,
Oh.
1v1ing Urgot here. Oh, 3v1ing Urgot here. Okay. You know,
Big pick.
as an ADC main, sometimes I forget the support exists. So another big fight. Bear Jr. going in on the support. Mr. Matt getting CC'd, almost at dead. Spooked opting to not DPS this fight and running away.
And flashing out. I don't know if that's really going to help him
I
here,
don't
though.
think.
It goes down with gun.
I feel like Spooked had an opportunity there to deal a little bit more damage for his team. But it was a 4v3, and then, you know, Lissandra got taken out, and Spooked taking the safe way out, not dying. Again, that is jobs number 1, 2, and 3, so...
Yeah, right. He's doing that, he's doing pretty good, right?
Of my lists for winning the game,
It's on wave clear duty, endlessly wave clearing mid farm.
Yeah.
It's like a fun time.
honestly, it's pretty good, though, because Sinja's picking up extra CS. She's now 30 CS up over her lane opponent. You know, mid...
That's a bit of a confusing play there from Bad, because Mr. Matt was sitting in a bush that had a pink ward in it, so then the righteous... Somebody has a righteous core now, right? Nope.
No, not yet. I'm telling you.
Nobody has it. I don't know why they were going so fast, but they were going pretty fast.
They do go fast. It's the what is it? Senna W. It makes you a ghost and gives you like 15, 30% move speed, which I did forget about when I was talking about Righteous Glory, but it does. It's almost like a mini Sivir ulti. Good job pushing mid here from Russ. That's the move. But it looks like a bush cheese.
Oh.
Uh-oh, I don't think this is the cheese they wanted. They're 3v.
Urgot's not there,
Urgot's
though.
TPing in.
Renekton is going off one direction, so
Looks like Jinx is zoned out of the fight, not doing DPS yet.
Oh my god, stays up. And Urgot, nom, goes down the Renekton. Jinx is in the backline, putting out some DPS, but is still not in the greatest position. It gets picked off. Oh my gosh. Zac XDR is big, but there's no ADC left, so they're just going to have to back off this fight and hand over the Elder Dragon.
We'll see if they hand it. I mean, Zac XDR, looks like they're going for the steal.
Looks like he has Smite up, yeah. And again, it's taking him forever because they don't have an actual ADC. So...
Yeah, it's almost like a meme. Like they do no damage. They do enough damage to enemy champions. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Huge shutdown.
And Lissandra passive going in, gonna do some damage. And Sejuani's looking for the steal.
Sejuani says, I have Smite. I'm too tanky for you. I'm gonna secure this damn thing.
Oh my gosh.
E-Smite,
oh my
E-Smite.
gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
When you're just too thick to quit, dude. Zac XDR, that was such a massive play. Zac XDR, honestly, has been so massive this game for Bad. Securing all these dragons, securing all these objectives contested. Like, that is an insane amount of heads-up awareness of just how tanky you are. And that could win them the game. I mean, Elder Dragon buff is huge. And it's on Thresh. Look at that.
All Russ had to do was stop doing the Elder Dragon for 5 seconds and take 20 seconds. 20 seconds.
Couldn't. That's the thing. If you watch the VOD, but they tried to stop Elder and damage the Sage. Sage walked in, tanked 3 members, autoed the freaking objective,
She went in at like 2.5k.
Stunned and smite. She went in at 2.5k, and dude, stunned and smite.
The whole time.
Like all the damage past 2k was Sejuani.
Yeah.
Which is hilarious.
Gosh, what is this game?
That's the thing. When Syndra's down, they don't have burst to like. Okay, what happened to that objective?
Oh, Spoops is in some dreams.
I'm confused. Spoops like half health,
and then the hurricane hit the Baron, and so then Baron started autoing him.
Dude, I thought they were going for it. I was like, wait a minute. I was just too hyped from the dragon play. Oh my god, that was crazy.
Gosh.
Oh, dude, I love
no
tanks.
one's stopping him.
I love tanks and I love healing. This is League of Legends now.
It's League of Legends.
You know what I miss?
Good pickup of adaptive helm for Sejuani. What he moves.
What would have made this game faster is Banner of Command.
Yeah, that was the best meta, you know, and every single champion in the game was buying that item.
ADCs were buying Banner of Command.
Incredible.
Oh,
Why
God.
are they starting this Baron? What?
They're not. I think they're just like memeing, but
Daddy on a flank.
Oh,
and,
big
oh my
flank.
God, might be huge. Introduce me Daddy ulting himself. Sejuani ulting landing. And he also
They need some
out,
damage.
out, go in, go in.
Yeah.
There you go.
Spooked.
Boop, too far away though
Too
to
far
start
away.
DPSing yet. And so then they're
Still
gonna have
too
to
far
give
away.
over another fight. That was, he's
feel
playing
like-
safe, but it's just a little bit too safe.
Yeah, I feel like Spooked is just making this error of not, not going in hard enough on the damage when you have it. You have the
Right.
damage. Like, look at those
Steal number
items.
3. It says steal number 3. Jinx Rocket taking the Baron.
Honestly, Jinx should be like dodging skill shots. I feel like next to Thresh and trying to deal damage to those champions.
Oh my gosh, please have it
Alright, here's
happen.
the
Please
ulti.
have it happen.
Oh,
Oh!
but
It
that's
was low enough.
I mean, that's a lost fight with Elder Dragon buff and Infernal buff. You know, and now the gold lead is over
Well,
on the
not
side of
many of
us.
them really had Elder Dragon. It was only a few of them.
Yeah.
With Sedgwani and
True.
forget else.
I think
But I mean,
Thresh-
it was just poor. It felt like Bad didn't really know if they wanted to engage that or not, because you know, Juice Me Daddy was so far in, and then they were blowing ultis, but they never really committed until it was too late. And then by the time that Spook got up there, his front line was dead. So then there's no really chance for him to DPS there.
Yeah, no, and I feel like this might be one of the things they're thinking of wrong. They need Lissandra and Renekton to be going in and like stalling, because that's what they do best. With the Renekton ulti and the CC and Lissandra's stuff. And Sejuani actually needs to stay next to the AD. And if Sejuani stays next to the AD in the next fight, I don't see how Spooked can feel uncomfortable doing damage. Because that's what's happening now, is it's just Thresh next to Spooked, and Spooked can't do anything. So it's like, they have 3 tanks that are going to engage on me. But if Sedge repositions... Yeah, if Sedge repositions next to the AD, it's going to yield, I think, a lot better results.
Yeah, just let the 2 other carries do the diving, who actually have, you know, quite a bit of sustain and stall with Lissandra ulti and Lissandra Zanios. That's
Right.
enough stall to, you know, kind of substitute for a front line here. So
Right,
yeah,
and this game's far from over. Yeah, the Baron buff's gone, but you know, one good pick on the side of Bad, and you know, they're doing well. But note on November.
sick. I thought somebody joined the channel for a second. I'm like, who was that? Oh, shit.
My mic is not ASMR quality, but I wanted to give it to the Urgot there. The Urgot's like hella fed. Look, and they're finally building Bramblevest.
Yeah.
Excellent.
There it is. Good 4-1. Well, Trundle's pushing mid now, but it's more or less a 4-1 split here with Urgot versus Renekton in the top lane.
Yeah.
Which Urgot has a lot more gold than this Renekton, so it's hard for him to match it. But and I mean, they do have Clash Engage from Juice Me Daddy going out onto the Senna, and looks like they're going to be able to disengage it. And that's the thing with Senna and Maokai, they have so many disengage tools, and Arion was just able to take the tower by himself. That's not supposed to happen.
Yeah, and I think they're gonna try and rotate to top, but they're gonna find out. Bro, 1v5 Urgot, dude. I believe. I hard believe. Ult that sucker.
Oh, there's the TP. This is interesting. I don't know about this.
Oh, flash in.
Oh my gosh, and he picks her neck, and that's insane. Spoop just needs to right click here. Just right click, take him down. There you go.
Spooked is
Not excited.
going insane. Oh my god, the ultimate. I hate that. God, ADC in 2020. Oh no.
Spoop, just get out, get the HP. Oh my gosh. That's game.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It's just.
Are they gonna lose the Baron buff here soon? Because if so, then it might not be game actually. Yeah, it looks like they don't have Baron buff anymore. So they're gonna have to back off and go for Elder.
Yeah, no, I mean, there's not a lot Spook could have done more in that fight. It looked pretty good, but Urgot, dude, I'm telling you, that champ late game, it's almost unstoppable. I mean,
that is very nasty indeed.
so close. Urgot like got down to like a 3rd HP from the Jinx, but then the rest of the team kind of came in. But the fact that Urgot was able to stall for that long, oh my god, a big stun, Juice Me Daddy, just...
Oh, why didn't he ult himself there?
Did not expect the damage, I guarantee you. Like
Syndra.
Syndra,
No.
yeah. Now they're walking in one by one, trying for the steal.
They've learned their lesson this time. They're not letting Zach get anywhere close to the Elder Dragon.
Yeah, this time it's like, you know, they have Syndra alive, so it's a big difference in their damage. And also, you know, the Senna has Black Cleaver, which is big. Urgot was there. A lot more they can do in that fight. So now Elder's on the side of Russ. I mean, this game looks handily in Russ's favor at this point. It was very back and forth there in the mid game, but if Russ just is able to push mid, get top inhib, yeah, they should have this locked up. Unless we see something crazy from Bad.
Yeah, they don't have the best siege, and they do have some decent wave clear on the side of Bad, so...
Oh, that was almost a God hook.
Yeah. Looks like they're going to back up and not... Well, they got Baron up in a minute, so they're going to use their Elder to get Baron, and then... that's a 50-minute game.
Yeah, that's a 50-minute game for you. It's a long one. I mean, it's been very back and forth, though. I mean, this is honestly a pretty low-kill, like, amateur league game. 28-20, you know, at 44 minutes. Like, that is really not bad. So I'd say the level of play here has been pretty high. And both teams have been doing, obviously, the best that they can, but very, very well, just objectively. You know, going how they're playing these objectives. I think we pointed out a couple good things the champions, you know, might be able to do. But, you know, we're almost at 6-item Jinx. We're almost at, you know...
What is the Jinx buy last item?
Probably Rapid Fire, I would see Spook buying.
Yeah.
But for me, Ginsu's Rageblade, Secret Tap.
Right.
Let me tell you, you already have Blade of the Ring King. You get 25% extra pen on your autos, and you have Renounce Hurricane. Like,
He doesn't have lethal tempo though, which is interesting, isn't? Aren't you supposed to get lethal tempo on? Oh, and Bear Jr. getting caught out of it. Looks like we're gonna have a fight here, but they do have Elder Dragon, which is really bold to fight into. So
yeah, Jinx is doing still a lot of damage.
And the
trying to fight it out.
But yeah, looks like Mr. Matt's gonna go down too. I don't.
Man, that's
honestly,
called,
I would just put on base.
Yeah, late game cooldown reduction, like on those tanks, it's brutal.
So it looks like Russ is probably going to end up taking this game 2 here unless they can do a miracle play with Renekton.
Spook, pop off, dude. Pop off.
Gosh, spoop damage.
Pop off. Spooked.
Oh, spoops!
Do it, you weenie.
He's in the back line, he's doing the right click, and he's doing... So, when Urgot, though, got onto the Jinx, and now the Jinx is in some trouble. Oh my gosh.
I absolutely believed for a second there.
It was close, like, until Urgot flashed onto.
Oh, my head was in my hands. Like, I'm leaned back in my chair. I'm leaned all the way back. Oh yeah, Urgot. Yes.
No, there you go. Just how you want the game to end, right?
That's what I'm saying, dude. The power of Urgot is that, like, he's late game insurance. He does so much. I mean, I think for me, from my perspective, that was an Urgot carry all day. The team helped him get to late game, but Urgot did a great job, and no November played it well. Let me switch over here to the client capture here. All right, so that was game 2. So both games going over to Bear Jr. and the squad. Let's check out those damage numbers here. So graphs, looking at a strong vision score, and also strong vision score. Those are important things. A very strong mid vision score, but holy. Shit, crowd. Oh no, these are crowd control scores. Never mind, I'm gold. Whatever. Lissandra? Did you expect that?
Lissandra doing the most damage now.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
I mean, well, Choose Me Daddy was diving in every single fight, though, so in that sense, you know, diving into 5 people and with the W and Q and yourself.
Lots of dives. I mean, lots of stalling. I'm just confused.
Maokai did more damage than the Senna?
Dude, Maokai carry, to be honest.
Maokai carry?
Exclamation point ADC in the chat. Senna, easily 5th, number 5. But I think for me, so who's your MVP? So I already talked. You know mine's Zergon. Who's yours?
Yeah, I think it's got to be No Not too. And honestly, right there at the end of the game, he made the play that Flash Eing onto the Jinx and getting spooked in that last fight won the game.
Yeah, it stopped the pop-off. Oh, damage taken. You want to see that. Okay. I'll do that. Damage taken and healed. Oh god, that's disgusting. Healing done. Alright, so number one, I'm going to tell you this. Healing's OP. Senna, clearly healing for 31k HP.
Holy shit.
Trundle healing for 27k HP. ADC in 2020, healing for 7k HP. I don't know. Healing done. Yeah, that's a lot of healing done. Dude, I'm saying Syracuse. I know. You want to see the other stat. Okay. Damage taken. Such wanny.
Such a whiny.
Taking. Yeah, I gotta unleash my inner Waluigi. 55k, big tank. Trundle, big tank. Yeah. Riot hasn't heal creeped Executioners. I mean, Riot has heal creeped the crap out of Executioners. So, okay, let me grab the users in chat here. I'm gonna do a skin giveaway because I am feeling generous. There's a lot of folks. Obviously, if it's myself or a bot, I guess I win my own mystery skin. Kappa.
Gosh, that game was brutal though. That was a roller coaster. Really exciting. First series for what are we calling this? Summer something.
The summer social distance.
Summer social distance, whatever the hell it is.
That was, I mean, yeah, to start it off for social division, that was an insane amount of gameplay. I mean, I don't know. I'm still flabbergasted. Let's check out the straw poll. So I think we gave quite a bit of time to vote, but oh yeah, no, not November by a landslide. So let's jump over to player of the game, where we are expecting Mr. Chad Penguin, No Not November, and both team captains, if they want to join.
Not gonna lie, when you were talking about the Urgot the entire game, I thought you were full of shit, and then it happened.
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you. I know. That's what everyone thinks.
I was like, yeah, I guess Urgot struggling.
That's what I'm telling you. I'm telling you, secret tech. First item, Thornmail against Urgot. Always wins.
Secret tech.
Secret tech, dude. Moving speed, twisted fate.
Talk about secret tech. We ran goats in League of Legends. Imagine
I saw goats in League. Oh, the lord.
Am I supposed to come in here?
Yeah,
of course.
Yeah, you are.
You guys are
Cool.
in.
Did Chris get the first one or me?
I think Chris did.
Okay.
I mean, you can join either way. I don't care.
Let me get Chris.
Bro,
Oh, you're in here? Okay.
Oh,
I'll just stay in here. Whatever.
so really quick before we get on to the player of the game interview, in chat, the winner of our random skin of the day is Light Pulse 94.
You're doing random skins of the day? That's sweet.
In your inbox. I'm doing one tomorrow, and I'm doing one Friday. So tune into stream. I know.
Rigged.
Kamish gets it.
Rigged. I don't know.
That's how it is. So I'll be giving that over. Illusion rigged. I know. I'm sorry.
It's robbed. Yeah, we all know Barricade game one, but this is about winning MVP of the season, and you guys will never hear from me again. Don't worry.
I know. I was trying to convince Chad against you, but it didn't work. So
you tried.
So let's take it back. So step back from game two. Game two is a hell of an exciting game. Let's step it back to game one, which you guys kind of had a very commanding lead over, and you just kind of took it right to completion. So I'm wondering, from your guys' perspective, what went different between game one and game two? What changed in Champ Select that made game two more of a battle and game one more of just a stomp?
Just the nature of the comps, I think. Because game two, we didn't win until we had enough HP to tank all their team fight damage. And then we ended up getting killed early a couple times that we shouldn't have. Whereas game one, we came online faster in game one with our champions because we picked a little more aggressive champs like Renekton and stuff like that. So it's
a little more aggressive with Caitlyn Morgana.
Yeah, Kate more Renekton, like a lot more aggressive. Like you can bully your laners more, and then we didn't die as much early, so like it came online even faster. But like game two, we knew we had one chance to like pick a good fight where we're tanky enough. If we didn't pick the right fight, we just lose. So we had to wait.
Yeah, I really liked. I mean, the comp game one obviously was designed around getting those picks early and steamrolling in bot lane. So I gotta ask, Chad Penguin, how did it feel to be dealing damage on AD carry? Because I want to know, as an AD carry main myself.
When you walk up to a Jarvan and half health him with a headshot crit, bro, it's the best feeling in the world.
Honestly,
It's like,
dude,
oh,
when it's late at night, I'm gonna be watching this VOD again and just doing stuff. Just watching AD carry, be a carry.
Pure Caitlyn.
I had to be 12 kills to be able to do that, so...
I know.
12 kill power spike.
12 kill power spike. So game 2, you obviously realized AD carry sucks. It's time to bring in the Maokai, the Senna. So Maokai's not like a traditional, pairing with Senna, I don't think. I think it's more like Tom Kenshin stuff. So what led you to picking the Maokai there? Was it just comfort on the champion?
It's becoming meta. It's becoming more of like the Tom Kench-esque. It's better than Tom right now in the bot, I think. If you look at like what a lot of the pros are doing, like even Olay has been spamming it. Like a lot of people have been playing that shit.
Okay.
Chad brought it up to me originally, I believe, and just wanted to play it. So he must have saw it on some streamer or something.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting.
Where'd you find it out, Chad?
I fucking remember. I just was like, Maokai's really, beefy boy, and he's,
Guys,
flexible.
trust my ADC. He's picks for me.
Yeah, it was really interesting, and I think it obviously ended up working out really well. Not necessarily in lane, but it facilitated some of those flash ganks in the bottom lane, and really helped keep you guys in it for as long as it was. So let's take it to game 2, middle of the game. You guys lose Infernal Dragon and lose a fight bad. What went through your heads right there to not tilt off the face of the earth? Because I know I have that problem, so I'm looking for some advice.
They can't end. That's the only thing. They couldn't end.
Yeah, like we just had our game plan of like just get tanky enough and eventually we'll win. We just kept that in mind. Just kept telling each other that.
Yeah. Specifically at that point, I was just like, if they're not going to be able to end, then that means we have free farm mid going straight onto the Syndra for helping him scale up a little bit more. At that point, I already had well over 200 farm. I was not hurting for items, and so that just gave us a better chance to scale, and that helped us turn the game, I think.
Yeah, maybe if they didn't take inhibitor on us, we wouldn't have been able to farm mid as easily.
Right.
Yeah, I think it worked. And I was going to mention, too, the Maokai, I think I said every other role other than AD carry when you picked it. I was like,
yeah, it's also, another reason we picked Maokai is, besides like Chad bringing it up, is just, like, we had it in our pool already because we've been practicing it, but it's, like, it's good versus Spoop's ADCs. Like, he doesn't play a lot of Ezreal or a lot of, like, or even against Ezreal, it's pretty decent. Anything point and click is really good versus ADCs that don't have a Morgana, and they banned a Morgana away. So, it's just, it's pretty free if I can just point and click on the ADC. He's zoned most of the fights if you look at it, like, because most of the time I was saving my stuff for Jinx, but once she pushed too far away, I would just go on Lissandra or someone else.
It's just ridiculous. Like,
just
one of the songs are root, they're rooted or CC'd until they're dead, post 6 especially. But like, we just got behind early, and also kind of blew my flash like a monkey a couple of times because I didn't expect myself to have 2k health because why the fuck not? Why So, okay.
Did you guys really see yourself out scaling in game 2?
Yes. Because we knew we picked all HP champions basically, besides like Syndra. So if we just get HP, they have no % health damage besides a Jinx having to force buy a Bork, which is really bad for Jinx's build path because it cuts her. If you bypass your third crit item, your damage numbers get cut by almost 50%. If you don't build.
Lissandra can also build a Leandries too, which I think.
True, but it's like.
It's awkward.
Yeah, like it's real awkward. Like she probably should have, but that might have been the game changer.
We talked about it in the middle of the game when she had, I think, Luden's Echo and then Morella Namicon, and then
Yeah.
and then was starting to build the Zanya's Hourglass, and I think it would have been somewhere around that point, maybe skipping the flat pen for more of the percent health damage would have been the move, but it's really hard to say because her build path is very almost set in stone. Of what's
if you're
best
talking
with
to
her.
LS, he would say like fuck Morello, get Leandri's, but it's like it's a hard option because then if you don't have Morello, then Senna just heals everyone. So like our comp was just really good. It's just
Yeah.
hard to beat.
Well,
So-
I think late game with the Jinx, I mean, even you saw in that last team fight, Jinx is popping off, and then the really only reason why you guys won that last team fight was No Not was able to flash G onto the Jinx. And
Yeah, well, we kind of entered that fight too. So like, if you look at like what we did, we kind of like lost Sindra right away because then two people are taking towers. Like it was pretty sloppy by us too. So like, I get what you're saying, but like if you looked at the fight around the Baron, like it was pretty like one-sided because they can't. Like Jinx can't get close enough to us unless she has the fountain turret defending her.
that's what we were talking about too. Is it was really hard.
But yeah, that's the one risk is if we're not strong enough by that point and they wipe us, then yeah, they could end.
That's it because Jinx pushing fast.
Yeah.
It was really close. That last team fight almost required No Not November to flash in and get that Jinx under control because she was about to pop off. You could all, I mean, I think you could all feel it, right?
Yeah, yeah.
That last flash really kind of saved it. It felt like you guys were blowing about one flash a fight to get onto Jinx, which was really efficient.
Oh yeah, we just waited. Oh, you got flash up? Let's do it.
Yeah.
It was, like over half of the Jinx.
And
that
credit
came
to
from Maokai
Justin
flash.
Justin just popped off, so that helps
Yeah.
a lot.
I mean,
That was crazy. Bigger gut.
You know, it really helps. You know, that game I really approached it as I first started learning top lane playing Nasus, and all you do is sit under your own tower and farm. And so that's pretty much what I did until it got to the point where I could just fight the Renekton and out trade him. And then Urgot has this really cool mechanic where you press R, and then you press R again, and you get a kill.
yeah, I love Urgot. I was saying at the beginning, you'll hear it in the VOD if you watch it. Oh my
Yeah.
god. Seeing an
It's
Urgot pop off,
literally-
dude. Oof.
It's really satisfying.
You just press the same button in multiples of 2 all game and you win. I mean, it's
Yeah.
really fun. It's interactive as fuck.
Also, like
So-
credit to the other team, like Mr. Matt hitting some nutty hooks like in the second game, and then like they just played really solid in the second game. Just their comp is just so hard to beat ours once we get HP, but. Like really good credit to them, honestly. Like they played well, and then even game 1 they were getting behind, but they almost like fucking wiped us at the Dragon Pit. Like we got really scared for a minute. Like when they were fighting, like Talon got to the fight first and almost started killing everyone. They were just a little bit too far behind to make anything happen too much. But
Yeah.
and then both jungles missed smite, and then Elliot just walks up and autos it at 5 HP and gets it. So like that was just like unfortunate for them. So it's like, but. Really, like that was a really fun series. Like I haven't had much more fun than that at PMA LCS. Maybe
Yeah.
KB Finals was similar.
Absolutely, guys. Well, I'm going to wrap up this stream. So, an excellent series. Good games to both teams. You both played very well. I don't think bad. I'm looking forward to seeing you again in future games. You guys played well. I want to see what you do and adjust. I mean, Bear, keep your squad in line. Don't let these boys get too unruly. And
Bear.
let's see some more good games tomorrow night at I want to say 9. So I'll see you tomorrow at 9.
Ooh, an early one.
Thanks for joining the stream, guys.